Hi, my name is Allison Stilley. I'm a staff solutions engineer here at Box. In this demo, I'm going to show you how to design a custom AI agent in AI Studio in order to uncover insights and analysis from financial documents. Think expense reports, transaction logs, or budget summaries. Finance teams lose time on searching for insights and risk errors, making it hard to deliver fast, accurate insights securely. Here I am in a folder of bank statements. Let's ask Box AI about these statements. Please generate an expense report and draft an email summary. Now, Box AI has shared some considerations. This is helpful, but since I'll need to do this repeatedly, what if I created a custom agent for the task, one that's precisely tailored to my exact needs? Let's create a custom AI agent to get us the personalized answers we need. AI Studio can be found within the Admin console and in the Box AI tab. Here, I can create a new agent. Let's give it a name, something like FINSight Agent. Now we will give this agent capabilities. Let's choose question and answer, Q&A, and composition or content generation. We're ready to configure this agent, and we'll configure these capabilities one by one. Let's start with configuring for Q&A. This is where we will choose our model, give instructions, add in preset suggested questions, and we can even test our AI agent. Let's get started. When selecting a model, AI Studio offers a wide variety of foundational and best of breed models to choose from. For our AI agent, let's go with Claude Opus based on the results of our recent evaluations of this model. Next, let's describe the agent. This part is optional, but it's helpful when distinguishing between multiple deployed agents for your users. This description also reflects the agent's goal. Let's type in a brief description. Automatically generate financial summaries and reports from raw data, reducing manual effort and accelerating insights. Now we get to the fun part, giving our AI agent instructions. It's important to be thoughtful about these instructions, so our guidance is to start with the 5 building blocks of instructions. Let's put those in. First, the agent's purpose. This should match the user's purpose, and so we'll put this in for our agent. The FinSight agent helps you uncover, analyze, and transform information exclusively from any financial or text document you provide. It accelerates insights by automating Q&A, computation, summaries, translations, and item listings, always driven by the exact content you supply. Next, we will add in content-driven actions we want this agent to take, which in our case are question answering and summaries, where we answer queries using only the user's document. If information's missing, note its absence before optionally adding general context. We want some computational reasoning. We want to execute our steps in sequence. And want to make sure that we're translating things line by line, preserving structure, formatting, lists, headings, and enumerate. Make sure that we include dates, names, categories only from the provided text. Next, we'll specify how we want the agent to give us the output. Let's make sure we have some summaries, computations, listings, and tables. Clearly formatted lists or simple tables showing requested items could really help us. Next, let's specify what guardrails we want the agent to keep in mind, such as source restriction, use only the user supplied document for answers. If the answer isn't present, explicitly acknowledge that before adding any outside knowledge. We don't want any image outputs here. Suggest tables, code snippets, or structured lists instead of charts or pictures. Finally, we will tell the agent to provide additional details or guidance. This is where more transparency and human oversight can really help us. We want to have the agent state when you're relying on the document versus external knowledge. And we definitely want a human in the loop. Encourage user review of calculations and interpretations to ensure accuracy and context alignment. After completing our instructions, admins now have the ability to add in preset, suggested questions that will appear whenever the end user selects the agent. This is a great way to further personalize or make it relevant. For ours, let's add the following. Identify all transactions over $1,000. Please calculate total expenses. Group expenses by category and sum each category's total. And that's it. Now we've configured that Q&A capability. Let's go ahead and configure the text gen or content generation capability. It's pretty much the same process. For content generation, let's choose Gemini 2.5 Flash based on recent evaluation results. Let's describe the agent. This description also reflects the agent's goal, just like we did with the Q&A steps. Let's type in a brief description. Automatically generate financial summaries and reports from raw data, reducing manual effort and accelerating insights. Next, let's set the instructions following the format from before. We have a purpose: draft clear, insightful emails for leadership that summarize key financial trends, variances, and actionable findings from financial content. Help us support informed decision making while maintaining professionalism and data security. In order to do that, let's contextualize findings with brief explanations and comparisons to previous periods where relevant. To create some actionable output. When we ask for an email draft, let's draft a professionally worded email for leadership and include some things like categorize breakdowns as needed or actionable insights and next steps. And remember, we need to maintain confidentiality. Let's include guardrails where we're using only information present in the provided bank statements. We don't want to infer or fabricate any details. We also would like to maintain a professional, neutral tone throughout this interaction. Last, let's make sure we have that human oversight and transparency documented, where we can encourage review and approval by a human analyst before sending anything on to leadership. We can also note any ambiguities or missing context in the source material that could affect interpretation. For this part of our demo, we're going to skip the suggested questions. Let's go ahead and move forward to deploy this agent. AI agents are disabled by default to ensure granular controls on when and to whom you want to deploy the agent. So let's click on this setting and choose Enable to deploy it to the entire organization. Now let's go back to those bank statements from earlier. I'm going to select the statements and try out that newly deployed agent. Let's choose the FINSight agent from the dropdown. You can see that the preset suggested questions appear as the agent is selected. Let's type in that query from before. Please generate a categorized expense report highlighting any transactions over $1,000 and summarizing total spending by category. Then, draft an email to leadership. Now, as our AI agent is replying, you can see how much more nuanced and organized the information is. It's calling out the considerations relevant to this analyst. The AI agent is also showing the calculations so that the analyst can trace it back if they need to for review. You can also see that the email drafted is thorough with the right findings that I would want my leadership to know about. The FinSight agent provides me with a lot more detail and structure to really help me move my process forward. With this new AI agent, users get to experience a solution that's purpose built for your specific workflows and content needs, delivering more relevant insights, tailored actions, and intuitive guidance right where you need it. Agents built with AI Studio build on the strengths of Box AI by focusing even more closely on the unique challenges you face, making your day to day work faster, easier, and more precise.